The building of Circus from Chisinau was designed during Soviet period by architects Simeon Shahid and Alla Kirichenko as a cultural center of national importance. It was officially commissioned in 1981. Project documentation for the respective building was developed by State Design Institute Molgiprostroy, currently is the National Research and Design Institute Urban Project. The offers team has been awarded the State Award for Architecture for carrying out the respective project. Often the circus from Chisinau is mentioned as the most beautiful circus from the ex-USSR. The circus building has a performance hall in the form of an amphitheater for 1,900 seats, and the central arena is in the form of a circle with a diameter of 13 meters. The performance hall is surrounded by a semicircle lobby, which is decorated with wall paintings. The lobby floor is made of marble mosaic representing tumbling animals. The main facade is enriched with an obelisk representing a clown. The roof of the columns from the facade symbolizes the traditional Moldavian dance horror. In 2004, the circus building stopped its activity in order to undertake reparation and renovation works. But the given works were not finished, hence the building is not yet operational. The objective of this assignment is to perform the screening of the technical conditions of the circus building and to submit an expertise report regarding the possibility to further operate these premises. To achieve it, it's required to carry out all the expertise-related works, like to draft the geotechnical studies, to develop the topographic plans, to take and examine lab samples, to screen the loaded joints, to determine the corrosion level, to determine the condition of the anti-corrosive protection layer, to determine the bearing capacity of the resistance structure elements. As a result of the technical screening, will be provided recommendations for reinforcing and preserving the building, which will be taken into account at the stage of developing the project documentation for renovation works. The skeletal building was designed from radial monolithic reinforced concrete frames and with circular beams, partially prefabricated, partially monolithic, that lean on them. The slabs are as well partially prefabricated and partially monolithic. And the dome is a special steel structure. As the country is in the middle of implementation of Euro codes, during the expertise work, it has appeared the necessity of an alternative calculation of the structure using these design codes. Having these requirements, Scia Engineer was the best choice, especially because they have attached the national annexes of the neighbor country, so we could perform the calculation using the seismic spectrums from the localities that are close to the placement of our structure. Taking into account the fact that the building is a structure of higher responsibility and the local design codes require an additional calculation using real accelerograms, we generated 3 response spectrums, respectively for a vertical and horizontal and a tangential accelerogram. Later we used the Scia feature of introducing personalized spectrums, so eventually it was possible to calculate the building as much as possible near to the real seismic load. Scia tools that enable the engineer to input real reinforcement in concrete sections was really helpful in our case, as it allowed us to check the sufficiency of the existing reinforcement and to detect the specific elements to be consolidated. Also, it was nice to use Scia steel module, as we had steel elements to check as well. The wide spectrum of transversal sections offered by Scia Engineer was helpful when designing recommendations for consolidation of weakened steel elements. Using the modulation of elastic medium, we were able to model the interaction between soils and structure and to check the foundation. I think that reusing is an important aspect of protecting our cultural and architectural heritage. Restoration of our old buildings is profitable for all of us. It allows to present and future generations to take advantage from the achievements of past generations. Unfortunately, in the present progressive world that relies mostly on advanced technologies, these buildings acquire a cultural significance only if they are under threat or almost totally lost from the country. Even if being such an advanced technical tool, Scia Engineer nevertheless contributed to preserving of our national heritage, as it allowed us to find the right solutions for consolidation.
For me, participation and structural calculation of the building of Circus was a great experience. First of all, using Scia Engineer, I discovered shades of modeling that were new for me. The software itself provides a set of tools that enable the engineer to model the structure so near to reality as it is possible. In addition, it was nice to learn new things about designing a core code that are perfect realization in this software. Secondly, I was glad to contribute to preservation of our national architectural heritage. I strongly believe it's really important to save the buildings that we already have, the iconic buildings that has come to us from our past, the buildings that have their own special aesthetic and uniqueness. It's important for us, for our self-knowledge, for the continuum of generation, for keeping the beauty of our past.